Hello everyone and welcome to episode 26 of the WMMA 5 UFC Save here on the channel as it is UFC Fight Night. Tybura taking on Alistair Overeem in our main event here in India, which is exciting as far as we get to beat out the real life UFC as far as having an event held in India. As far as, this is, I feel like India's probably on the precipice of, becoming a kind of a rotated place where they'll hold some fight nights. I'd say by the end of the decade they'll probably hold an event there. They're getting more Indian fighters as kind of time has passed. Now they got 2 all time, which is pretty big. As far as you got to start somewhere. As far as from that perspective, I know he kind of as far as with the newest one. Anshul Jabuli, as far as I know, he didn't have a great debut. As far as you want him to, just for the sake of the fandom of what he might be able to potentially do. I mean, he did win in his debut, but then he lost to Mike Breeden back at 294 last month. It was I will say this: it was a catchweight bout, mainly because Mike Breeden missed weight, but. As far as, it's a big opportunity. Big opportunity for sure. I know they're kind of looking at Asia as a lot of kind of, it's penciled in, I would say. They're doing, the Road to UFC gimmick, which, it was kind of more of like, China, India, Indonesia, Japan, like the Korea, the Philippines, Thailand. Kind of just basically all around southern and southeast and kind of both southeast and a little bit of southwest Asia, but mainly southeast. And I just felt like this was a great opportunity here. We got a pretty good card for him, actually. As far as obviously the main event, Alistair Overeem, Tybura. As far as from a heavyweight perspective, it's always fun to see Alistair Overeem out there, even though he's 40 years old at this time. Just a absolute savage in there. The Demolition Man himself, who looks actually really great now that he's lost weight. He was weird seeing it at first, but I think he's a lot healthier now, not being so big. Obviously here he's fighting at 265, but now I think he's walking around at, I don't even know if he's 200 pounds anymore. Like, he's slimmed down a lot. And I think it's going to be great for his overall health. And, Tybura, though, this is a big fight for him. He's 5-5 in the UFC, Polish native, as far as a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. He's 8th on the heavyweight rankings. He just beat Sergey Pavlovich, which is crazy that he beat him in the save here back in March. That was kind of we were hoping Sergey would get the win there, but it's crazy to think he was ranked 17th and now he's in the top 10. Shows you how slim the goddamn heavyweight division is. And as for Alistair Overeem, though, potentially last fight, you never know. Just, as far as he got knocked out against Jair Rosenstrike back in December. Had a really good outing against Alexei Oleinik, though, and even knocked out Sergey Pavlovich. From what I remember, I believe he had him up against the cage, caught him with a shot in the clinch, finished him off. Of course, that was the Ngannou uppercut loss back at 218. Lost to Curtis Blades, but really, when you kind of look at that, it's kind of crazy that he lasted 3 rounds with Curtis Blades and 5 rounds with Jair Rosenstrike at the age he's at. That just shows you how talented that motherfucker is. Yeah, it's kind of crazy to think he's only lost to, he lost to Bigfoot, Travis Brown, Rothwell, Stipe, Francis, and Curtis Blades and Jair Rosenstrike. Not a bad list, especially when you look at the names he's beaten, though. Fabricio Verdum, Pavlovich, Mark Hunt, Arlovsky, JDS, Roy Nelson, Frank Mir, Brock Lesnar, of course, in his UFC debut. Beat Verdum twice, actually, back in Strikeforce and in the UFC. Also beat Vitor Belfort at a Strikeforce card, which is very funny that they even fought in Strikeforce, and even had some success, obviously, in K1, and is a incredible kickboxer, just all around, I would say, goddamn, one of the most feared strikers, probably in I would say just kind of combat sports history, to be honest. He's a bad man. All that horse meat. Just, he's a savage in there. It's going to be a fun fight. I think stylistically, it's a fun one. You know, it's completely different styles. Where as far as like Tybura's looking to take it to the ground, Overeem's going to look to keep it standing. Fun fight all the way around. 15 pounds he's giving up his Tybura there to Overeem. Co-main event, Casey Kinney taking on Jimmy Rivera. As man, this is a fun fight. You know, as far as from a 135 bantamweight contest, but two top 10 bantamweights battling it out. As far as Jimmy Rivera's 5th, Casey Kinney is 7th. Really, really close fight as well in the betting lines. Minus 110, plus 100. Casey Kinney is the underdog. 15-1-1, hell of a record. Just beat Luis Smolka with an Americana in the first round at back in April. So this is, and that was a first round finish as well. He's beaten Ray Borg in the past, Brandon Royval in the past, Manny Bermudez in the past as well. I mean, he's on a nice little tear. This is a big time fight though. Jimmy Rivera is very, very tough. He just beat Cheeto back in February in the save here. 30-27 him too, but he obviously has fought some very, very tough guys. As far as he's beaten Alcantara, he's beaten Pedro Munoz, Uriah Faber, Thomas Almeida. Got knocked out by Marlon Moraes, and then also beat John Johnson by decision. Went the distance with both Aljo and Peter Yan. Some tough guys he's fought. And this is either a big test for Jimmy Rivera to stop somebody, an up-and-coming bantamweight, and to kind of keep this good momentum going, or this would be a really crowning achievement for Casey Kinney, making it 5-0 in the UFC, but also taking out a top 5 guy, and sky's the limit for him if he can beat Jimmy Rivera. That's a big-time fight in the bantamweight division. As at 170, Gunnar Nelson taking on Alexei Konechko as the 21-1 welterweight in Alexei Konechko, and then Gunnar Nelson, a veteran for sure, 8-5 in the UFC, 17-5-1. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu background with the karate background is on the Icelandic native, and then also the Moscow Russian native for Alexei Konechko. This should be a fun fight, though. As far as Gunnar Nelson definitely has the, I'd say, the ground advantage, if it goes to the ground. But Muay Thai background for Alexei Konechko, mainly Muay Thai, but a bit of Sambo in there as well. As far as with Alexei Konechko, he lost to Gilbert Burns. Other than that, he just beat, as far as he knocked out Elizu Zaleski dos Santos. As Zaleski dos Santos, obviously a savage in there. That's a tough fight. To knock him out in the first round too is very, very impressive to see. But yeah, this is a big opportunity for both guys. As far as Alexei Konechko is ranked 23rd. Gunnar Nelson's in the top 15. He's 14th right now. He's on a 2-fight losing streak. He lost to Gilbert Burns. So both guys have that going for him. And a split decision loss to Leon Edwards, which of course, Leon's now the welterweight champion of the world. Pretty crazy. He's fought some tough guys along the way. It's mainly lost to him, unfortunately. Damian Maia, Rick Story, Santiago, as well as... Really, it's crazy that he's only been finished one time. You look at some of these names, it's like, man, Damian Maia, Gilbert Burns, Leon Edwards. He's fought some very, very tough dudes, but he's went the distance. A lot of times you see there, if he's looking for a finish, it's going to be a rear naked choke or a guillotine by the looks of it. He has been a submission artist. That is for sure. A tough guy to crack is Gunnar Nelson. Has the Renzo Gracie background. But that's under his Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu tutelage, and then also a teammate of Conor McGregor as well. Yeah, man, came in second in his weight class at the World Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu Championships. So just an incredible world-class level grappler. He's a problem. He is a problem for sure. He looked like he was going to be a top 10 welterweight for a long time, and just couldn't really get it together, unfortunately, kind of in the mid-2010s. But, he's had a good chance to bounce back. He's still 32. He's still got a lot of years ahead of him. This might be his decade. You never know. And it starts against Alexei Konechko. We'll see how he does. And probably the fight of the night here in our next contest between the Tongbi Tiger, Guam Yang, taking on Darren the Damage Elkins. Darren Elkins and Guam Yang, these guys bring it. And Elkins is the favorite at minus 220. So, 145 fight. But guys, weighed in, obviously, at 145. Guam Yang is the underdog, even though he has 21-1-1. He just had a great showing against Gabriel Benitez back at the Fight Night card against Anthony Smith and Glover Teixeira, that card. This is a big fight. Big fight for him. As the Sonata style from the Guam Wang native. It was a kickboxer before going into MMA, and now and Darren Elkins, a wrestler, Midwestern, kind of wrestler as far as is able to, he's got great, he's a solid wrestler, but really I think what kind of separates him from a lot of the other kind of wrestlers and other guys at 145 is he's pretty great all around. He's a great all-around fighter. He's had some big wins. Finished Michael Johnson. He beat Miroslav Bečić. Beat Dennis Bermudez. Chaz Kelly as well. He's fought some very, very tough dudes, though. Usually coming out on the losing side. But he beat also Dwayne Ludwig, which that's kind of crazy to think about. A doctor stoppage in 44 seconds. That is fucking crazy. As Charles Oliveira's fought. He's fought Chad Mendes, Jamie Stevens, Volkanovski, and Ricardo Lamas. Hasn't had a fight in over 2 years now. Almost over 2 years. But he's a hell of a fighter. And this could be a fun fight. Very, very fun fight. As for Guam Yang, he's fighting for a chance to be in the top 25. And for Darren Elkins, he's looking to hang on to that ranking. That's going to be a very, very fun fight, though. It's Kanta Watanabe. And Emily, as far as Emily Whitmire, as Whitmire 5-3. Kanta Watanabe, though, 9-0-1, no contest. She's making her UFC debut here. As as far as Jules fighter, she fought in Ryzen Bellator. I was thinking she was in Jules, but no, she was in Ryzen, also then in Bellator, a All Japan Junior Champion, and placed in the All Japan Championship in Judo as a high-level Judokan fighter, especially as a women's kind of flyweight fighter. She's going to give a lot of girls a lot of problems. We'll see how she does, though, as far as she's had a pretty great 2019. Now she's making her UFC debut, looking for her 10th victory. Hasn't lost yet. She's a slight favorite over Emily here, but we'll see. We'll see how it plays out as far as to kick off the main card. As for the prelim, the main event, the prelims, as Ahmad the Prince Faris, the Egyptian fighter, who is a heavy favorite against Demir Ismagulov, as that's kind of crazy. That shows you how talented Ahmed Faris is, as he just beat David Tamor in his debut back in May. Won with a knee bar in the first round. Pretty incredible stuff as far as the only Egyptian fighter on the roster. And then as far as Demir Ismagulov, thought he was going to give some guys a lot of problems. He beat Dan Hooker in a pretty impressive fashion, and Dan Hooker was a top 5 ranked guy. It's crazy he's not even ranked, and he beat a top 5 lightweight in Dan Hooker. This is a very, very tough fight for Ahmed, and he is such a heavy favorite. That is crazy to think about. This is a hell of a main event for a prelim. That's going to be a really, really good fight. And at the 115, as far as with Verana Jandiroba, as far as I knew I was going to fuck that up. Verana Jandiroba, as far as she takes on Luana Pinheiro, as the 10-1 and 15-1 fighters, as the women's strawweight contest here. They're ranked 16th is Verena, and then 22nd is Luana. First time they fought. As far as for another close one on the betting lines, minus 110 and plus 100 as Luana, though, 10-1. That might be off as far as that record, kind of looking at it, because, yeah, she doesn't have a fight history, so that's probably what her record is, kind of relative in, like, 2022, 2023. And then for Ren, she is, at least this record's correct. She lost to Carla Esparza, her debut, but she beat Mallory Martin in her previous encounter back in December at the ESPN Plus card there at ESPN 7. In women's strawweight, ranked 16th, just outside the top 15. Has a chance for a good showing here, but this is going to be a tough fight for both girls. Very, very tough. Luana's got a fight camp. Verna does not, so it might cost her something there, as far as that's usually the case. It's our 170 contest here between Bartosz Fabinski taking on Takashi Tensato, the Niigata, Japan native, taking on the Warsaw, Poland native, as far as a Polish man and a Japanese man. Battling it out here. Striking style is Takahashi Sato. He's a favorite here at minus 360. As Bartosz Fabinski, as far as Fabinski, is 3-1 in the UFC. He's got a judo background. Lost his previous fight. Hasn't fought in a hot minute. His last fight was November 2018. We'll see what we can do here against Takashi Sato. Takashi Sato is he lost to Bilal, but he beat the White Grant. Went the distance with him, but the majority was the 30-27. That was at the Ferguson-Khabib card. So after 2 back-to-back pay-per-views, he's here on a Fight Night card. On the prelim, no less, as well. We'll see how he does against Bartosz in our 125 contest here, as far as another women's 125 fight, as Vivian Araujo, as far as the Brazilian native, 8-2. She's 2-1 in the UFC. She lost her previous fight to Jessica Ai. And then getting 3 straight pay-per-views for her first time. Not on a pay-per-view here. She's ranked 24th. She's taking on Yanan Wu, as far as Wu is 10-3. She's 1-2 in the UFC, though. She lost to Mizuki Inoue by split decision, and she lost by decision as well to Gina Mazzani, as far as back in November of 2017. That's, listen, she's got a lack of size for her size as a flyweight. I don't know why I said flyweight, as far as, she should be a strawweight. I think for her to be a strawweight, I think it's going to help her out a lot. She weighed in successfully at 125. At a 5'8 strawweight, it's going to give a lot of girls problems. I think it's going to be a pretty close fight all around, as both girls have a fight camp as well. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu background for Vivian. Wushu style for Wu. And we'll see how that fight plays out on the prelims. And then the opening contest, Carlos Felipe against Michael Borzerski, as Borzerski, Polish native, was the 94-kilo Jiu-Jitsu New Waza European champion in 2019. So this is a big get for us, actually, to have somebody that talented in a Jiu-Jitsu setting. We keep on adding the Polish people, as far as there's a lot of talent over there in Poland. And as far, especially with KSW over there. But he's taking on Carlos, Boy Felipe. It's very, we get to see a heavyweight Brazilian and a heavyweight Polish fighter. And both kind of stylistically, I think they match up pretty well. Freestyle fighter is Carlos Felipe, and obviously Jiu-Jitsu background for Michael Borzerski. He is the favorite, which is no surprise. Pretty small, relatively wise, for a heavyweight at 236. Probably could fight at light heavyweight, and probably be no problem, but we'll see what he does here in heavyweight, especially at 6 foot. But so is Carlos Felipe, though. He is also 6 foot. 6 foot 250 is pretty outrageous. And as for the analytics, again, as far as the 5th time, Overeem's main event in a UFC event, 2nd time for Tybura. As Tybura, though, he is ranked 9th, Overeem 4th. First time they fought, Overeem, of course, significant weight advantage. It's relatively close on the Blurcast F picks, though, 5-2. Overeem, of course, being the favorite. It's Casey Kinney against Jimmy Altera Rivera. Man, this is a close fight, though. Again, 2 guys that are looking to make a leap in, deeper into the top 5 for the bantamweights. Of course, Rivera's at 5 already. This is a hell of a fight, though. Hell of a fight. Casey Kinney trains American top team. Rivera's 1-0 against other members of that team. It is very, very close on the Blurcat staff picks. 4-3. Rivera, the slight favorite. It's Gunnar Nelson taking on Alexei Konechko. Gunnar Nelson, good size favorite. No surprise. Very, very talented, but we'll see what Alexei Konechko can do there. As far as looking to jump potentially into the top 15. So, Guan Yang, Darren Elkins. Elkins 1-0 against other members of that team. Against the American top team. Hasn't fought, though, in a while. A couple of years, so he might be a little rusty. But he is the favorite on the Blurcast stat picks. 7-0. It's pretty shocking. It's Kana Watanabe taking on Emily Spitfire Whitmire. As Spitfire Whitmire is the Blurcast stat pick favorite as far as 5-2. Whitmire having an advantage over Kana Watanabe is pretty interesting from the Blurcast stat picks perspective. We shall see as Ahmed the Prince Faris taking on Damir Ismagulov. Getting crazy. The guy beat Stan Hooker, who's a top 5 lightweight, and now he's taking on a guy who's only had one UFC fight, and he's such a heavy underdog. Wild. We'll see what Faris can do to main event the prelim. And then Verna taking on Luana in the strawweight contest, as far as Verna is 16th, of course, in the strawweight division. Luana's 22nd. Luana's got one pick on the Blurcast stat picks, but the rest are going to Verna, no surprise. Bardos Vabinsky, as Vabinsky again hasn't won in a couple of years. So, all the Blurcast stat picks are with Takashi Sato, which is no surprise. See how that one plays out. And Vivian Hiro taking on Wayan Wu, as Wu's given up a 6-inch reach advantage, which is pretty remarkable, especially for somebody that's 5'8". That is, boy, she's not built for a great reach. As far as with Vivian, though, that's a hell of an advantage. It makes sense why she's the favorite, for sure. Then both fighters making their UFC debuts in the opening contest. Carlos Boy Felipe and Michael Bowazorski. As man, this is going to be an interesting fight to see how these two play out. Because, man, he just looks so much bigger. And Felipe's giving up all, he's got at least 25 pounds on him. That's going to be tough to grapple with. He's got no team, though. We'll see. Steve Mazzagati's our referee. Cage side judges here. Here we go. They touch gloves. Felipe looking to keep it standing so far. There's a right hand after failing on the jab. 1-2. Doesn't land either blow now. As far as he's already got him in the clinch. Looking for the sweep. And he sweeps him. So there goes that. We'll see what he can do as he passes. He's got side control. Now looking for mount. Almost gets it. At the scramble already. Halfway point. Oh wow, he's underneath Felipe. So he lost out in the scramble. Wow, already losing control again. It's a scramble. Felipe's up first. As he's just grabbed immediately. Up against the cage now. Got him up against the cage. A couple of sharp punches there against the ear. Yeah, I mean, Poworski is already being very, very successful as he throws 3 punches. But again, Poworski is just a savage in there. You can just tell the difference already in the talent. That's a straight right though from Felipe, but he's already slowing down. As Poworski misses the big right hand, allowing Felipe to counter with a jab and a right cross. Stumbles away into a clinch here. He's looking already shattered, and it's another trip takedown. He's got his back. Oh no. And he prevents the hooks from being applied though, as long as he keeps that. Don't think it's going to happen. Yeah, went for it. Still went for the rear naked choke without the hooks in. It wasn't going to happen. Yeah, Felipe, he's gassed, but he's still doing a good job of fighting off the rear naked choke. He's lost both rounds, though. So, I mean, both guys, really for Carlos Felipe, not a great showing. As far as Poworski, I would have liked to have seen him maybe finish him there in that second round, but it's not happening, unfortunately, for him. But he's done a good job as far as he's been taking him down every time he's tried. Felipe's trying to get free after Poworski's got him clinched up, but he's got a couple of close-range punches in. Yeah, Felipe's up against the cage now. Nice short uppercut. Kept it left to the side of the stomach. Nice short uppercut again. Man, he's just getting after him. A minute now, as far as grappling was too much against the cage. So they're going to separate him and restart it, which Poworski's now finally getting tired. He's going to be a problem, though, as far as if he's able to take down big guys like this at a pretty easy pace. He's looking for the leg lock to end out the fight. Not happening, though. I mean, listen, he went for submissions every time he was down there. Can't go wrong with that. Nice 30-27 performance all around. He looked very impressive. A 5-1 start, and a start in the win column's always a great start in your UFC debut. As for Carlos Felipe, not a great start. When you get tired and burned out and blown up in the second round, it's not great. Not great, as he gives a name check to everyone at the Berserkers team, while his response to all of his friends, family, and supporters, as he celebrates his debut victory. Says he's already looking forward to the next fight. So we'll see. Our next prelim contest, though, it's going to be pretty interesting. I don't know why it's taking so long. Usually it doesn't take this long. I wonder what it is. There we go. As Vivi Herrero taking on Yana. I guess that's Yanyan. Yeah, Yanyan Wu. That's how you pronounce that. But Yanyan Wu and Vivian Araujo as pretty close, though, on the betting line, even with that, reach discrepancy. This is going to be interesting. Steve Mazzagatti is a referee, cage-side judges. Here we go. They touch gloves. Araujo's trying to get something going. And she fades the punch. So after Wu connects on the jab, Wu again. Still trying to trade blows. Vivian with a counter left hand. Wu feints. Tries to catch her off balance with a couple of strikes and some kicks to the bodies, but Vivian avoids all of them. Yeah, she's doing a good job. Oh, there's a fucking rib-crunching body shot. Knocked her down and knocked her out with that body shot. That's fucking crazy. You have to kick somebody extremely hard at 125 pounds to drop them like that in the first round. Awesome stuff, man. Yanan Wu. Great start, and or at least her strawweight career. I think that definitely suits her a little bit more than her being a flyweight. Great stuff. Thanks everyone connected to Tiger Muay Thai for having it prepared for the fight, and our sponsors for supporting us financially. Yeah, that was crazy. Crazy stuff. Yeah, this one again is taking forever. I don't know why. We get to see Chris, though, a lot. As far as, yeah, he he was the guy that was chosen as the fill-in opponent for Sean O'Malley, and then, yeah, he got destroyed. Fun fight, though. Fun fights. He brings it. Which a lot of those bantamweights do. Such a small, as far as small weight, they throw a lot from a speed perspective, and also from a damage perspective as well. As Bartosz Verbinski against Takahashi Sato, minus 360 favorite is Takahashi Sato. We'll see what he does. It's our referee Herb Dean, cage side judges, opening bell. Wow, already the left cross that lands hard. Sato steps in and looks to unleash. There's three quick punches, then hits a straight left, right jab, or right jab and left cross. So Verbinski had it looked like he was angling for a takedown. Tim couldn't take the initiative, though, and Sato is just lighting him up with these strikes. There's a crunching left hook now, after missing on the jab. I mean, Verbinski's just trying for takedowns, and it's not happening. There's a cut now above the eye. But he might finally get a takedown. He's got him up against the cage. Glancing elbow strike there. Still got him smothered against the cage. Yeah, Sato's trapped, as far as he's doing a good job grappling-wise. But everything's just going to restart him. Oh, there's a fucking left head kick, though. After a combination of three quick punches, one of them finds the home, and he is rocked after the head kick. Another left head kick that knocks him down. Look at the finish of the fight to end out the first. I think that's going to be it. Yeah, Herbine's going to stop the fight right at the end of the bell, damn near 4:58. Just barely finished him in time to end out the first round. What a win, though, for Takahashi Sato. Great start for him as far as to have a 17-3 record in your 20th fight. Very, very big accomplishment there. And yeah, he wants to take on Alan Jorban, so that's going to be a great fight if that is the case. If we set that up for him, I don't see why not. And as Verna Karakar, Verna Karakar Jandoroba, as she takes on Luana Pinheiro. As Luana 10-1, Verna 15-1. Very, very close though on betting lines. Again, as far as Luana's got the fight camp, so maybe potentially that's going to give her a slight advantage. We'll see. As ringside judges there, as far as here we go. Starting off with a right cross that lands hard from Luana. She's swinging for the fences. But Verna grabs her, looking for the trip. Unsuccessful though. Great solid base there from Luana. She's now controlled against the cage. She's got a knee strike inside her own knee now. Quick elbow strike. Another elbow now. Now just a knee strike above the hip. Now Luana finally gets out of there. And now they're as far as back to striking here. Luana left hand catches her with a low kick as well to the front leg. Man, she's doing a good job striking wise. Loving the left hand, the straight right. Oh, she rocked her. Oh shit. Right uppercut. Drops her. Oh my god. No, there's the big right hand that drops her down. Looking to finish the fight here. That has got to be it. What a win for Luana Pinheiro. Oh my god. Margato's going to stop that fight right there in the first round. Man, what a crazy card this has been for the ladies. See, we're seeing 2 first round finishes. Really do we get to see that. Awesome stuff. As Luana Pinheiro, though, that's a huge win. And she praises her team. A very responsible fans who came out to support her. As Luana is photogenic. She's always marketable, even though she might not be the greatest talker in the world. So our main event, the prelim, we're already here. Ahmed the Prince Faris taking on Damir Ismagulov. Looks like it's sped up a little bit, so that's nice. As far as the last prelim fights, Ahmed the Prince Faris taking on Damir Ismagulov. 70-3, 20-1, minus 630 favorites, insane. For someone that is that talented in Damir Ismagulov, like that's crazy. So our cage side judges here are underway. Ismagulov throws a punch, Faris avoids it, and now he's looking to try to get in close. But I mean, Ismagulov's lands a nice straight right hand that lands hard, and he rocks him with it. Faris is in big trouble. Went for the vicious uppercut, but is able to avoid it. Now hits a head kick to the side of the head. Faris is somehow staying in there. Thought that was going to be an upset. For sure. Oh my god, there's the beautiful uppercut though. Drops him. Finishing the fight here is potentially Damir Ismagulov, and he does. Yeah, not sure why they were disrespecting Damir Ismagulov like that, but he dominates Ahmed Faris. I mean, he didn't have a prayer. Did not have a prayer. What a win. God damn, I mean, that is just... We gotta give him somebody that was definitely ranked. Like, that was kind of a slap in the face that his betting line was that much of an underdog. Because, again, like, when you beat Dan Hooker, you should be fighting top-ranked guys. As far as he wants to fight John Medeski, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Well, I definitely want to give him a top guy, though, because he's been running through dudes. So he gives an intro to everyone at Roos Fighter Sports Club as well. Obviously, a sponsor of his friends, family, and supporters. So now we're on to the main card. Kana Watanabe and Emily Spitfire Whitmire. As, I mean, Emily's got a, it's a plus 110 underdog. 5-3 on her record. She's got a tough fight, though, in Kana Watanabe. As Steve Mazzagatti, our referee. Cage side judges. Round one begins. They touch gloves. So Whitmire already starting off with a jab and a right cross. Kana Watanabe is trying to get a grappling exchange started, but not happening. The left jab misses the big right hand, and now she can't connect with the jab. Hits the right, though. Man, she is lighting her up now. There's 2 left hands on the straight right. Nice straight right hand again. Now she's caught up with a right hook. Emily Whitmire is fucking her up, and she misses the big right hand now after missing on the jab, but that's going to give Watanabe her chance to get a hold of her. She doesn't take her down, but she's still got a leg. She's going to drive up against the cage. We'll see judo base throw. Beautiful hip toss there. Got her down to the mat. And she's on her back, though. She's seated, but Watanabe is still behind her, holding her. So now it looks like she's trying to get better position over Whitmire, but she can't get it. And she's trying to get mount. Couldn't really get it, though, but Whitmire is trapped against the cage, pummeling her. Now is Watanabe on her back with several small shots. Just kind of more out of frustration more than anything. Watanabe fires with some right hands. Doesn't do much damage. Oh, looking for a guillotine now. That's impressive. Oh, she got it. Kana Watanabe with the guillotine off the cage. That was impressive. And another first round finish. How about that? Kana Watanabe. 3 women's fights, 3 first round finishes. 2 knockouts and a submission. Crazy. Crazy stuff. There's Kana Watanabe. Thanks to everyone connected to Live for helping prepare for the fight. And our sponsors for supporting her financially as well. She's visibly delighted to celebrating her UFC career with a victory. Making that 10-0-1. And yeah, she just keeps on winning. It's our next contest in a fight that I'm very much looking forward to seeing. The Dongbi Tiger. Guan Young taking on Darren the Damage Elkins. Herbean's the referee. Cage side judges here. Here we go. And right out of the gate, Elkins with a shot. Gets the single leg. Looking to get him off the mat here as he's trying to shift him now. But he's not able to do it. Damn, Darren Elkins trying to lay and pray his way to victory. That's not really the Darren Elkins way. So he has to lean back to avoid a couple of swings here. Herbean's going to stand him up. Damn, Darren Elkins just going to keep on laying and praying. I hate to see that, because he's a lot better of a fighter than that. As now, Wong's not going down, so he's gone up against the cage. Looking to take him down, though. This time he does so again. Yeah, not a great round at all for Guan Yang. Darren Elkins with a 10-9 round. Starts off with another takedown. 3 for 4 on takedowns. Just gonna lay and pray. Hate to see that. Hate to see it. See, I just continues to throw a couple punches to the body. Referee's gonna stand him up, and Elkins again looking for another takedown. Doesn't get him down though, but he pushes him down against the cage. Wang stops that takedown. At least now he's got him against the cage, but Elkins is just gonna keep him up against the cage. Possibly, maybe even go for another takedown, but he just needs the cage. Or needs the ribs. And now some dirty boxing now. He's finally doing some damage, but it's still just looking for the elbow here, does Wang, but Elkins now has the opportunity to switch it around. Yeah, I mean, not a lot happening in that round either. But Darren Elkins is up. Wang needs to finish, probably not going to happen, though. Oh, there's a spin kick and a left jab, though. Oh, wow. Elkins has to step back to avoid the head kick, and that's going to be a takedown attempt again. Didn't take him down. Just got him up against the cage. Elkins just keeping him up against the cage now. Just forcing him to carry all that weight. A couple punches to the body and the side of the head. Here's a fight I was very much looking forward to seeing. And it just hasn't been the case. Elkins catches that leg kick and looks for the takedown. Can't get him down. Tries for another takedown against the cage. Can't take him down again. A minute left. Elkins trying to get some dirty boxing going. Couple of punches to the right of the side of the head. Now some quick elbows. Still got him up against the cage with an elbow strike. As I know, again, just as far as Elkins. Well, at least Wang got a round in, but, oh no, I guess not. Well, we got a split. 29-28 Wang here. That's crazy. Yeah, I don't know about a split decision. I don't think he did nothing in the first round. I would say, I guess they gave him the second and the third, but that's kind of crazy. I at least could see the third a little bit, but the second, I don't know. That was a weird scorecard. Either way, Darren Elkins wins. It just sucks that he laid and prayed his way to victory, because he didn't need to. He could have stood up and threw with him. Just disappointing to see that. But he gives a name check there on a Team Alpha Mare, his various sponsors, all of his friends, his family, and supporters. So our next contest, and damn, it's back to slow loading. Oh, there we go. Sometimes you just gotta click it to speed up a little bit. Gunnar Nelson against Alexei Konechko. As a minus 330 favorite is Gunnar Nelson. Plus 260 underdog is Alexei Konechko, but it's been an underdog night for sure. Herb Dean again's out there as our referee, our judges, and here we go. They touch gloves. Weak flicked left-hand jab from Nelson. Look at Alexei Konechko, though, starting off with a nice right hand that lands hard. Man, he's catching them with a lot of these shots. There's a crunching right hook, and there's a left hand and a fantastic right cross. That knocks him down. Alexei Konechko might just finish him here. And he does. A minute was all it took for Alexei Konechko to beat Gunnar Nelson. What a win. 22-1. Another underdog victory and another first-round finish. My God. As he thanks everyone at the Red Devil Fight Club for helping prepare for the fight and his sponsors for supporting him financially. It's our co-main event. Casey Kinney and Jimmy El Terror Rivera. I mean, man, this has been a hell of a card besides that one stinker. And I think this one's going to be no exception. This has been a hell of a card. We'll see how this co-main plays out. There are judges. Mark Otto's referee, but Sal D'Amato's on this card. So let's hope it doesn't go to the judges. As touch of gloves is completely ignored by Jimmy Rivera, though. As he lands the jab and a right hand. And he's trying to pressure him. Left jab. Rivera evades the right punch. Kenny's again trying to get close and grapple with him, but Rivera's catching him now. There's 2 jabs and a right hook. Connects the left hand as Kenny, but Rivera scores the jab, doesn't make contact on the low kick. Can't hit the sub left jab, catches on the right hook though. Does Kenny. 2 left hands from Rivera. Left and the right from Kennedy. So Kenny's just throwing these nice little combinations. Rivera with the left hand exchange, can't hit the sub left jab, but he hits the right hand as Kenny. Rivera throws a punch, Kenny avoids it. Now Kenny's got him in the clinch, looking for the takedown. Can't get him down, so maintains a good solid base, but he's looking for it a second time. Still can't do it, and he's got control to grapple, and now Rivera's looking for the trip. He doesn't take him down. Both guys just trying to trade trip, takedown attempts, not happening, though. Neither guy can take the other guy down. Misses the right hook, here comes a counter from Rivera with a pair of jabs followed by a right cross. Left jab that misses, but hits the right hand as Rivera, left hand. Left jab lands, but he has the right hand absorbed in the gloves, does Kenny. Fiend again leaves Rivera vulnerable. Now there's a left cross. Rivera with a leg kick. Appear to be going to try to get in close, but Rivera took the initiative first. Can't upset left jab. Hits the right hook though. Now he's able to shoot in without exposing himself potentially here from a counter strike potentially. Rivera was equal to it. Now he quickly shoots in and he gets the takedown to end out the round. Big takedown. That might have been the deciding factor, honestly, in that round because it was pretty back and forth. Yeah, I mean, he outstruck him, gets that takedown. 10-9 Rivera. I think that's the right call. Attempt to land a hook to the body from Rivera. Rivera's the land. He's trying to walk him down. Rivera with a counter left hand. Jab lands with nothing but the air on the big right. 2 left hands from Rivera. Can't hit the sub left jab. It's a nice straight right hand, though, Kenny. Now Kenny's starting to slow down. He's getting to the gas tank now. Kick to the leg. It's off target of the jab. Stalking forward. 2 left hands off the counter. There's a 2-punch combination. Rivera avoids both of them. Trying to get a takedown attempt. Couldn't take the initiative. Can't connect with the sub strikes. Lands the right hand. Now Rivera's been cut. And there's a nice little combination from Kenny now. A left jab and a right cross. And another quick left and straight right. From Rivera there. Nice combination from both men. Rivera dodges the right hand. Here comes a counter. The pair of jabs followed by a right hand that narrowly fails to connect. Left jab misses. But it lands the left jab, rather, but misses the right hand as Rivera. Nice 1-2 from Kenny. Fails on his jab, but hits Rivera with a straight right again. Pair of jabs in exchange. Fails to find home his jab, but he scores the right cross that lands hard. And there's a left jab. Can't hit the right cross, though. Again, just both guys are going for it. Mark Otto's going to check on that cut. Not a fight ender, thank God. As we go in back underway here. Rivera 2 counter left hands. Can't hit the step left jab. Catches him with the right hook. 2 tentative left hands, either of them land. And now there's Rivera with a nice jab and a straight right. There's another straight right hand from Rivera to end out the round. A very, very close round that time. Rivera just barely outstruck him. Yeah, it's tough. Tough. I would probably give it to Casey Kenny. I think he did more damage. He opened him up. I would probably go with that. It's either 1-1 or 2-0 Rivera. Either way, Casey Kenny, you want to go for a dominant round. So Rivera lands a left jab, misses on the big right hand. Counter left hand from Rivera. As a jab lands from Kenny, misses the vicious right hand. If Rivera gets this trip, yeah, he was about to say he might be in deep shit here. Oh, he's got the trip. Sweeps Kenny down. Gonna pound away. Let's see what he can do on the bottom. If anything, Rivera doing a very, very good job. Preventing his leg from getting free of the guard now. Again, blocks the sweep. Casey Kenny's working on the bottom, though. He's trying. They stand him up with about 30 seconds left. Both guys are tired. 2 left hands in exchange from Rivera. It's a straight right hand onto Rivera. But yeah, both men are basically tired and running on E at that rate. And Kenny gets cut underneath the eye to end out the fight. Jimmy Rivera maybe 30-27 him. We'll see. Yep, 30-27. It's a very, very tough fight, though. Very, very tough fight. Hell of a performance from Jimmy Rivera. Not a lot of guys are going to 30-27 Casey Kinney. That is very, very impressive. He wants Cody Garbrandt next. Yeah, I mean, it definitely, he's probably on the outside looking in as far as with the bantamweight title contention. He's probably, will probably do, yeah, I mean, it really just kind of depends on what happens with Garbrandt as far as in the bantamweight contest. Really, because the idea is they have Sandman Cejudo. Then the winner of that probably takes on Garbrandt. So we'll see where Jamie Rivera kind of fits in all that. So our main event, though, Marcin Tybura taking on the Demolition Man, Alistair Overeem. 18-6, 45, 18-1. No contest. It's crazy. He's lost more than Tybura's won. Shows you that the fight experience is definitely on Alistair Overeem's side. He's the underdog, though. But it's been an underdog night. As our cage side judges there. So we start off with exchange strikes from both fighters that fail to land. And both guys are just swinging and missing here. Tybura misses the left hand exchange. There's a right cross after a jab hits home from Overeem. Tybura with a jab. There's another one, too. It's a jab and a right hook. Overeem's starting early. Tybura avoids the big right. Counter jab from Tybura. Tybura weirdly not going for a takedown. I don't know about all that. But, I mean, Overeem, he's landed some strikes, but not a whole lot. He hits the left hand, but misses the vicious right hand there. So Overeem's starting to trade blows again. Crunching leg kick now. Liking that. Liking the idea to go for the leg kick. Went for the right hook off the counter, but it's ducked. Now Tybura looks for his takedown. Can't take him down. Tybura's got him against the cage instead. So that's a good call. Misses the right hook, and here comes a counter. It's a left jab, but the right cross just misses. Yeah, I mean, they're giving it to Tybura. That's interesting. I guess it is almost dead even, but felt like Overeem did a little bit more. But, I mean, I get it. It was close, at least. But, yeah, it's a 5-round fight. So we'll see. Now that they're in the second, Overeem's in the pocket. 1-2. Tybura avoids both of them and gets the takedown. That's a great job from Tybura. Let's see what he can do now with Overeem down on the mat. Yeah, just want to make sure he doesn't get caught down there. Couple of punches to the side of the head now. Overeem's maybe in side control there. Oh, he's going to scramble. Tybura was looking for the side control, but that was a great scramble. And Overeem's just back up against the cage. There's a short left uppercut now. Another short uppercut now, this time from Overeem. Overeem is trying to go for it. Now it goes to the ribs and the side of the head. Couple punches to the side of the head from Overeem again. And Overeem's doing a good job of smothering Tybura now. But they're going to separate him and back to the center we go to end out the fight, end out the second round. Very, very close round again. They're going to give it to Overeem. So it's either all tied up, or it's 2 rounds to none either way. This is a very, very close fight, though, into the third. And Tybura again looking for the takedown. He's got it. It's a single leg. And now he's not allowing the underhooks here. Tries to lean back to avoid a couple of wide swings now. Yeah, Overeem's just basically now getting caught. But he comes out on top after a scramble, as he's holding Tybura down in a turtled up position, and he rocks him with a couple of big-time shots here. Maybe look at the finish of the fight here, trying to get a knee to the side of the head, but Tybura is able to hang on, and we're back underway, standing-wise. Impressive leg kick from Overeem, off target with a jab, left roundhouse kick from the body from Tybura, though. Left hand, Tybura avoids the low kick, though. That's a setup. Overeem's getting tired. This is definitely, the longer this fight goes, the more it kind of favors Tybura. He's smaller, he's lighter, he's younger. Everything is going to go his way once it's into the deeper, now into the kind of championship rounds, potentially. But there's a straight right hand that lands hard from Overeem. A feint entirely bought by Tybura. He's left wide open. It's a left jab and misses the big head kick, though. Overeem misses on the leg kick. Tybura can't hit the right cross. Left jab misses the right hand. There's a good right hand from Overeem now. But he's basically on E. He might be ahead. He might be ahead 3 rounds instead of just 1. Who knows? This scorecard can be all over the place. But right now, Overeem's in deep shit. It's another nice inside leg trip. And, man, Overeem's got to get out of here. In a big, big way, it's another scramble from Overeem, though. But he's on his back, so we're back where we started. It's another scramble again, though, and Overeem's up first. My God, as he's, now let's go. after having his back. So yeah, he's just unhappy about where he was at position-wise, and now they're back standing. And as far as Overeem with a kick to the thigh, clean right hand from Tybura. Doesn't rock him or anything. Misses the vicious right hand after Overeem hits the left. Misses the jab as Overeem hits the right hand. There's a good left jab and a good right hand. And he rocked him with that. Oh, God. Tybura just about had him in the 4th round here. God damn. I mean, this has been... it's very rarely do you get to see heavyweights go into the 4th and 5th round and have great performances like this. But here we are. Yeah, I mean, it's probably dead even. It might be a slight favorite to Tybura. It might be a slight favorite to Overeem at this rate. This is all over the place. So here we go for the final round. Tybura lands a left jab, does a connect on the right hand. Overeem with a left jab and also kick to the lead leg. See what both fighters are looking to do here. There's a leg kick, does a connect. Tybura counters a left jab with a right hook that's ducked. Now Tybura, if he sweeps him here, I'm about to say that could be it. Tries him up against the cage, doesn't let himself be driven back. Now, well, he ends up being backed against the cage. Tybura, probably looking to just keep him up against the cage. There's a short elbow now, up against the cage. If he trips him here, it's over. Again, Overeem stops him. Awesome. Now Overeem is in control after stopping the takedown as well. He got him with a short left uppercut. Another short left uppercut. Now a couple of right hands to the side of the head. Short left uppercut again. What a fight. That was nuts. This is a close-ass card. Or that's a close-ass fight for sure, but that's going to be a crazy scorecard. Tybura, 48-27. 48-47, rather. 48-47 with Overeem. And then 48-47 Tybura. Tough split decision win. And a tough split decision loss for Overeem. He did a really good job. You know, he had him in the 3rd. I think overall, you know, Tybura, this first round's kind of the toughest one, depending on who you go with. Second round, yeah, I would say Tybura probably won it, but it was close, though, still. Third round, that was the round where Overeem rocked him, so he definitely won that. And then the 4th round was obviously the round where Tybura rocked him, so he won that round. So, I mean, the 5th round's kind of where it's at. Me, personally, I thought Overeem won that round, but that's just me. Yeah, it's tough. Tough fight to judge. That is crazy. As he thanks everyone at the Bulgarian top team, does Marcin Tybura, for having prepared for the fight, and sponsors for supporting financially. He wasn't happy with that result, though. He thought he won by unanimous decision. I don't know about all that. Yeah, I mean, this was a hell of a card, though. It sucks that the fights I was most looking forward to didn't really deliver as much as I thought they would. The main event delivered. I think it was just rated decent is a bit unfair, but man, those prelim fights, almost all of them were first-round finishes. Just crazy. Crazy stuff. Hell of a prelim. For sure. And then as far as Damir Ismagulov, what a victory that was. And all around, though, I'd say we did pretty well for us being in India. And yeah, all around, 2 thumbs up for me. I'm very pleased with how that played out. As for the performance bonuses, that's a good question. I'd say Jimmy Rivera, for sure. I'm going to say Kana Watanabe. Yeah, Damir Ismagulov, for sure. Yeah, Takashi Sato. And, yeah, that'll probably do it. See how much... Oh, we ended up losing money because we were given all those bonuses. Plus, Overeem made $1 million. So, shout out Alistair Overeem. As far as Ahmed Faris made $123. That is insane. It's Michael Chandler main event in this Bellator card. All around, though, episode 26... It's a fun one. That was a fun fight night, man. It's always nice to see first-round finishes like that. And we will catch you guys next time, as I believe the next card is the Fight Island 2 show. So we're back to the Abu Dhabi Island, if you will, as far as Fight Island. That should be a lot of fun to see how that card plays out. As we will catch you guys next time for that card. Take care, everyone.